We cannot resolve this issue if we are sentimental. We need to be serious. We need to know that we are doing representation. And most of this issue is to do with the Constitution. And if we are altering the Constitution or amending the Constitution, we need the consent of each and every person in Nigeria. I commend your foresight, and I align myself with some of the submission of Senator Steve, too, from North Central. But actually, Mr. President, the lead debate or this bill, in line with what he proposed to us, it is contrary against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we are not going to support it. We will fight it to the end, Mr. President. Thank you.
Yeah. To be very circumspect in our attitude to this lead debate, because the issue of ranching, cattle routes, and the rest of them have been in the front burner of national discourse in this country. Mr. President, I want to say here that the Constitution is not only made for one person, and that in contributing to debates of this nature, we must put national interest in focus. What we are witnessing here in the second reading of this bill is a fulfillment of one of the procedural requirements of lawmaking. There are other levels. We have the public hearing that will come, that will bring out the details of the law, where everybody will be invited to make contributions. We have not reached that stage. We also have a presidential assent that is required. We have not reached that stage. So I think that having agreed that this bill is very important and germane to our national situation now, I think that even those who are complaining about certain sections of the lead debate concede that they are not opposed to the bill. I therefore want to suggest that we allow the second reading of this bill to be committed to the relevant committees and for public hearing to be conducted, where all relevant stakeholders will be invited for them to make their contributions. At the end of the day, we'll get a bill that will make a law that will be acceptable to all Nigerians. I so submit, Mr. President.
Senator Babangida, you have a point of order. But just before then, let me correct myself. When I said that cows are not citizens, I may be right in that regard. But what the Constitution is talking about is movement of persons and properties. And therefore, that is corrected. So cows are properties owned by citizens, and they have a right to be moved from one point to the other. So, Senator Babangida, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, the Senate President and the Chair of the session. I'm Senator Babangida, who sees Fulani farmer conflict in Journal of Humanitarian and Social Services, Volume 8, Number 1 of 2020, dealing with the issue of Fulani farmer-herder clashes. The dimension to the crisis, Mr. President, has a lot of multifarious issues around it. And I think it is better for us to look at it from those dimensions. If we confine it to just movement cannot be enforced constitutionally because we have so many protocols. I refer to what distinguished Senator Lalong said regarding the ECOWAS protocol for free movement of goods and services within the West African sub-region. Secondly, we have the constitutional freedom for people to move from one place to the other without let or hindrance. Thirdly, and most importantly, the universal human rights has given everybody the right to move around. But the criminality around the pastoral herder conflict is the issue we should isolate and deal with. And I think this same Senate had approved a national conference to discuss extensively on the issue and proffer solutions so that we can move forward to avoid this problems. So I remember Senator Karimi, who was with me, had started consulting and engaging prominent Nigerians who have insight and knowledge on this problem to partake and to contribute to this discussion. So I think let us be open-minded about this. We are Nigerians, and we should not make any law that will affect one part of Nigeria to the detriment of another part of Nigeria. All of us here have a stake in this country, and we must all work together to make peace and to make sure that this issue is brought to the fore. I have no issue with the bill. The bill is well intended, but there are so many dimensions that we have to look at before we can arrive and bring about an acceptable law that will deal with the issue of the criminalities around the Fulani farmer herder conflicts. I thank you so much.
Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans.
So that was them discussing the advantages and disadvantages of telling the Fulani to go buy land and start their ranches and keep their cows in there. And Akpabiole, of course, came back to correct himself and said, oh, yeah, it's true. The law says that the movement of people, goods, and services. So therefore, cows are now properties that could be moved about in their hundreds. And in the process, destroying farms and including lives. And according to them, the only way out is to ensure that this issue of ranching is not limited to the state where this Fulanese comes from. Every state they go to, it is ideal for the state government to now provide them land. This is it, okay? For the constitution to work, according to these mad people, the Fulanese have to be provided with land and ranching. Do you know that despite the fact that they love to call it a farmers' herders clashes, we've only been seeing the farmers and their families and their household and their farms destroyed, their lives taken. We barely see the others at the scene of their clash. And most of the time, these clashes always happened on the farmer's farm or the town where the farmer lives. Never anywhere around where the Fulanis live or where they are staying. It is always a clash on the farm of the farmers. So, to accommodate the Fulani herders, when they come to your state, if you want peace for the unity of Nigeria, your state should rather provide land for ranching and then persuade these Fulanis to take those lands. Nobody is talking about the farmers. In all of these laws, it's all about Fulani, Fulani this, Fulani that, Fulani this. Nobody is actually talking about the farmers. Oh, in this law, the farmers will now be compensated with so and so. The farmers will now be protected by so and so. It's all about Fulani, 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 and their cows. Have you noticed that? How to build ranches for them, provide water for them, build schools for them, build hospitals for them, give them new places. I mean, make them comfortable so that me and you can have peace wherever we say we come from in the South. There is nothing that says, and as for the farmers, this is the provision. We are going to make sure that we give you this, we give you that, we protect you on this, we provide you on that. La, 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 la. No, they are not talking about the farmers. It's about the Fulanis and the others. So that tells you all you need to know. Somebody said I should play this video that the Igbos in the house will tell me the meaning. I do not know the meaning. But if you do know the meaning of this song, I will be so eternally grateful to you if you can tell my audience. in the comments.
Baba bilie iye jamara dikeru. Baba iye jamara dikeru. Awanu balule, ogabunu nagarura. Ewo. Awanu balule, ogabunu chiraya. Ewo. Awanu balule, ogikoche mwaramugo. Lelelele. Awanu balule, ogikomere tramuge. Baba bilie. Iye jamara dikeru. Baba, iye jamara dikeru.
Emo. Baba, iye marajike mo. I don't know if I pronounce that right. You need to tell me the minute. People have been sharing that and they say, "Man, you can go ask your friends." I said, "Well, we'll ask you." And I'm asking you now. Now, you know something, right? Nigeria is a place where, you know, the injustice that is available, from what I heard though, they said it is so enough to go around. The injustice in Nigeria, the inequality, unfairness in Nigeria, the injustice is enough to go round. And this guy found out inside the Black Maria in Lagos. He can't ask questions. Nigerians, say this one is good. Nigerians, we need to fight for our rights. Inside Black Maria, bro. No.
Other people are crossing the road like this. And according to what they said is that, imagine what they said, that they know that many people are crossing the road, that they can't catch everybody at the same time. So they will select who they can catch. Just imagine that. I don't know if this is inclusive in the Lagos State law government. I mean, the laws of Lagos State. I don't understand. Please, I want all the public to put mouth on all of this, because these people are taking advantage of the position they are giving to them and doing what more than what they are supposed to do. Please, people should look. Look, there are people in the van and these people are going to work. And there is the Lagos State government trying to take out food from our mouth. Is this what the government is supposed to do? Are they trying to take out food from our mouth? And doing this while frustrating innocent people. Look at it. If you can see, people are crossing the road right now. Look at it there. And they are not catching. Other people are crossing the road like this.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You're gonna trust man. Man, hand down. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
So Bros was going to work. And he was in a hurry. Then he can't go cross cross road. Bros saw everybody crossing the road. And he crossed and he got caught. And they told him that, listen, we are just picking people randomly because this truck cannot take everybody. Now they choose anyone that our antenna pick. Now they pick. Don't think because everybody is crossing the road, then you will cross it. But what law? What law gave you that? I say, you go find out soon when we get to Alauta. Stay there. Why is Nigeria doing this to me? Why is Lagos State government doing this to me? Nigerians, I want you to put mouth. Bro, there's nothing we can do. Good enough you have shown it to us. That's what you call injustice that is available in Nigeria is so much that there is enough of it to go around. Like the shege. The shege is enough to go around for everybody. People feel collect their own shege, hide down. For shame, they won't tell us. Say, oh, more if you know what happened to me yesterday, Mayogun. Because if they tell you what happened to them yesterday, you go remind them that, well, this is, you say, fellow Nigerians, like Boko Haram. This is just the beginning.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning. Fellow Nigerians.
Do you get that? So, bro, that is that. Also, right? Also, where I was like a snooping around and all of that stuff, right? So I got to see that the trapped miners. Remember those people who were trapped yesterday? Yeah, somewhere in Shiruru. There's a mine there. Okay. So the mine collapsed. One person died, 30 people trapped. But we have been told that they've been able to take out 13, and there are still 17 people trapped inside that mine. I'll show you. I really do hope they are rescued in time. I know time is already running out, so to say. They've been inside that hole now for more than 2 days, right? But not more than 2 days, but it's more than a day now, almost 2 days. So I really, really do hope to read that they have been rescued. You don't want to be in that situation, all because men, they try to find something to feed their family. If you are a man who is actually like a husband too, right? Imagine, that could be you. Yes, that could be you. It will never be me. Dupet here. Just dupet, be grateful for yours, for your life. That could be you. That could be me. It could be anybody. Yes, where you are trying to hack out a living, doing the most dangerous job with so much risk to your life in a country where life is worthless. So when you find yourself in that situation, you can only wish them well, that they should be, they should be rescued and be alive. I really do pray for that. And I'm going to continue monitoring that though, right? So talking about monitoring, yeah, this video you're about to see is a short video, right? But this is the life of the Controller General of the Federal Fire Service. Is that what you call it in Nigeria? I think it's Federal Fire Service. The firefighters, the ambulances and all of that stuff, right? Or Federal Marshal. I don't know. Now there is this guy. I don't know his name. I tried to go and look him up, and it was too late, so I didn't. Well, you may know his name. That is the guy who is the head of Nigeria's fire service. So they said every night when he finishes at work, okay, he has a spot where he goes to. That's his life, but I'm just saying that monitoring, people can become like, Oga every evening. Who be this guy? It's Oga Fayani. So the guy is living the life, is living the life of his head. Okay. So they said every time he finished at work, he has a spot that he has to come to. Okay. Get few drink, wet his own throat, and then have some happy hour before going home. I don't have problem with that. But Baba, in which ward would you say the head of fire service is living like this, right? With all of these blazing, blaring lights. Baba, the guy was actually, he has a fire truck in his convoy. I'll show you.
stop it because of the why they don't go drop them. Oh, God, not to go, they go hit to go. You dey enter front of official motor. They go beat all of
Alaji. My guy don't come.
Okay. Today patrol. Na fire service there sees you. Oh, na patrol dey do. No. 001 fire service. Na fire service sees you. Na talk na fire patrol. They don't go. They don't go park na motor. They go house. They wear flag. Olodo, Otidogo. Otidogo. They go close Garema Plaza. The woman they stay for our architect.
Aye Davida Loka. And that's just the one cut. If you are in Abuja, you probably see a lot of them like that. But why in hell would you be driving the fire truck in a convoy because you are 001 of Federal Fire Service only in Nigeria? Don't be surprised if you see it in the news saying in another 2-3 days that he's been sacked though. Not be me, now he sack himself. Because we know that some of them are watching this broadcast too. They are watching, you've made it to Mayegun's Diary Politico. Okay. So somebody said the meaning of this song. I love if your interpretation is this, okay? I'm going to put it on the
Baba Bilie, iye jamara dikeru. Baba, iye jamara dikeru.
Thank you very much, Ada Zion. I cite you, ma'am. Thank you. Also, from where I was doing my own, nosy. Say, Mayegun, you are too nosy. So when I was doing my nosy around, right, I found that, you see that guy who is now the Minister of Misinformation in Nigeria, okay? He met the legend, Layamo, a year after. See their meeting, just, see.
Confidently. And whatever you say, whatever your disagreements are with Alhaji Lai Mohammed, you'll agree with me that he stuck to his position. So whatever you say or didn't say, I know, and I watched you for 8 years, perhaps the longest serving Minister of Information that this country has ever produced. Today is also your day to shine, to perhaps, put some balm to all those mortars and bricks and whatever that has been thrown at you, especially in the last 8 years, before the last 1 year. So thank you for what you have done. And I want the media to especially recognize Mr. Lai Mohammed to have really started this. And when I came into the hall and I said,
and then the shitty man. When was the last time you saw shitty man? About they go put Agbada for shitty man's body. And I don't know, the guy still look like a terrorist to me. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Even when he tries to force it to look like a normal person, right? I don't know. It just appears always like a dangerous person to me. Because he is. And he doesn't even have to carry a sword or a gun. It is all that he represented. And every time I see his face, honestly speaking, I'm not trying to be kind of well, whatever. I don't care, right? Whatever you think I am. But every time I see that guy,